Okay, I need to talk about something. This will be my last Lane Kiffin related post, I think. But I saw a quote from Lane Kiffin when he was explaining why he left Ole Miss to go to LSU. And his quote was, "My heart was here, but it just became time. I talked to God, and he told me it's time to take a new step. It's a new chapter." And I know there are people who are very religious who say, go fuck yourself, stay in your lane, etc., right? Okay. I talked to God, and he told me it's time to take a next step, a new step. I don't even know what this looks like. And I understand I'm not a religious person. I'm an agnostic, atheistic Jew. What does that look like? You're Lane Kiffin. God, it's me, Lane. LSU has offered me a job to coach their football team. That's pretty exciting. What are the specifics? I can make $12 million a year doing it. That's good money. I'm going to give my coaches an ultimatum. They either come with me today or they don't come. I don't really know. No, I'm going to do that. That doesn't really sound. No, I'm just going to do that. Also, I'm just going to kind of abandon the Ole Miss fan base. Is that cool? They really have come to love. I don't know. No, I'm just going to do that, God. I think it's going to be okay. Is that okay? I mean, I guess it's God, you're really helping me here, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I just think it's fucking crazy. And again, I know there are people who are devoutly religious who believe that you can have a one-on-one conversation with God. I understand that. I truly do. I think it is fucking crazy that someone has the ego and the arrogance to think that I had a conversation with God. At the same time, the infant mortality rate in certain countries is astronomical. At the same time, there are parts of the world right now going through intense famine, flooding, where we have species being eradicated by climate change, where we have people being murdered who don't just, obviously, like crime, whatever you want to talk, like all these things are going on, right? All these awful, awful things are going on in the world. And Lane Kiffin believes that he talked to God and God wants him to coach at LSU instead of Ole Miss. Like, what level of arrogance and ego do you have to feel like like God gives a shit where you coach football next year? I'm sorry. I know I'm stepping in a little hot water here with this one. It just fucking drives me crazy. And that's it. And I'm going to take a wild stab and say, if Lane Kiffin thought he was actually talking to God, it was probably an imaginary voice in his head. And it was probably a head created by his little neurons wanting him to tell him to go to LSU, and it's okay. And I don't care if he goes to LSU or Ole Miss. I don't care, but give me a fucking break. That's all.